Hello, this is wmpyr. Been thinking about Sensei Rick. He used to be fairly active here on YouTube, making videos, teaching martial arts and stuff, and it's a darn shame that he passed away. He was so supportive, such a nice guy, and taught some really, really good stuff. So it's just unfortunate, you know. And another guy that I miss, Mr. BlacksilkBlacksilk, who hasn't posted in a while because, we all have lives, and you get busy sometimes. So, I understand. But yeah, one of the things that he taught me was a technique called splitting. Splitting comes from the Chinese martial art called Xing Yi. And I am not qualified in any way to show you the Xing Yi version. I don't claim to know it. It's just something that he saw that in Eskrima we fight from the arms cross position. This is very normal for us. So he was like, hey, if that's what you guys do, there's a technique called splitting that would benefit you very, very well. So he introduced it to me, and boy, was he right. It was really, really cool technique that kind of, once again, fits pieces in the puzzle together. So, that's one of the things that I learned from Mr. BlacksilkBlacksilk that we talked about, was that in martial arts, there are techniques that you learn, that you practice it, and then, you drill it, and boom, it's ready to go for sparring. You start to use it for sparring immediately. And then from there, full contact or whatever, or the street or self-defense. And then there's other techniques that are not so direct like that. They're indirect. They're techniques that, they're like puzzles, and you have to figure out. And sometimes there's more than one answer. And those are the ones that baffle a lot of people. Those are the ones that a lot of people are very quick to go, oh, it's BS, it's bullcrap, it doesn't work. But they're wrong. It's just a different type of technique. And those, to me, are very interesting, because you got to turn into like Sherlock Holmes and figure it out, And as you do that, that process of trying to figuring it out, and at the same time, you are evolving the technique for your needs. So, I feel that it's very, very valuable in that sense, because the technique becomes very malleable and it adapts to you. So that's pretty awesome. So one of those techniques, splitting, once again, I can show you my interpretation of splitting, which I use for the Filipino martial arts, because we do a lot of arm crossing from the Heaven Six and stuff, other similar techniques, arm weaving techniques. So from right here, the splitting idea is that the hand in the back is going to do a palm strike. But since there's a hand in the front, it's kind of in the way. What happens is, as I go to do a palm strike, there's friction created, and the hand in front does a claw move first. So I'm clawing and then palm striking. I can switch it over here, same exact thing. As I go to strike, the claw comes first, and then there's my strike like that. So that's splitting, at least in my own interpretation of it. So now what we can do is we could further evolve that and make it more, let's do this as an exercise closer to boxing. Okay, so now two fists essentially, and you're going to, same idea, cross your arms like this, and the hand in the back wants to punch, so as it goes to punch, the hand in the front goes first. So you could hear the dump, you could hear the beat, the rhythm. So once again, it goes right here, and then notice how my arms are crossed, so it immediately comes up for defense right here. Same thing on this side. The hand in the back wants to punch, so boom, boom, right there. That one didn't, sorry, there we go, that's a little better. Boom, boom, so you get some practice this way. Boom, 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 boom. So you're just getting some practice in rhythm, just going boom, 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 two strikes instantly. Now, of course, it's also important not just to get the rhythm down, but to change it for power. So when we add a little bit, we focus more on the friction here, and the friction is this, the backhand pushing into the front hand. So what that does is it pushes, and you can see how much more power is generated, even from a relatively close range. So boom, like this, back here, boom. Now I'm focusing more on the friction, this motion right there, rather than the beat. Rather than the beat like that. Now I'm really focusing on the friction there. So practice both ways. And then another thing we can do is, this also comes from cross training in karate, is our hands meet together in order to cross them. So they don't instantly become crossed. They have to come together. Even if you go like this, they have to come together first. So why not milk that? So the coming together in the Filipino martial arts, that's pretty much our gunting. That's our scissor technique. So right here, when the hands come together, that's our boom. Okay, so now they're crossed. So from here, I can now do the splitting. So put them together, so right here, and then from here, now, there comes the splitting. So we're trying to milk every single aspect of the technique. So they're coming together right here, and then there's your friction technique right there. So when it comes together, it's not just here and not doing anything. The coming together is also strikes too. So boom, or it could be right on the arm as we like it, and then from there we have our splitting technique. So there's a lot to work on, and once again, this is more along the lines of the puzzles that you have to figure out and adapt for yourself. See, how can I solve this puzzle to benefit me? Because that's what it's about. If you say, oh, that doesn't work, you're lost, you know? So don't be afraid of the puzzle. Have fun with it. Sometimes it takes a lifelong to master it, but it's worth it. It's keeping you thinking, it's keeping you occupied, and you're getting some training, you're trying to figure it out. So, not every technique should just be immediate, direct application. Like I said, it's good to challenge yourself this way. So I believe that's part of martial arts path and philosophy. So thank you for watching, and take care, folks.